to it, and like you said, Craig, I believe last week that the turnout we had to get these 8 bowlers for this week was just fantastic. So you can qualify every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here at Beazley's Lanes as long as this show is on for 8 weeks. So
that's right. Friday nights between 9 and 12, and Saturday between 9 a.m. and 12. Friday nights, Saturday mornings then, and Sunday between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Qualifying times.
And you can bowl 6 strings, and like I say, you count your best 5, and like Norma Hilchey, she'll be leading it off for the women. She qualified with a 542. Georgie Matthews will be bowling second. She qualified with a 570, and I think she was the top female last week, Craig. And then we got Valerie Cross, who qualified with 555. And then you got Sharon Genron, I hope I pronounced that right, Craig.
Genron, yes.
Yeah, 541. So that's your 4 women tonight. Now, out of those 4 women, we'll be taking 2 top bowlers tonight. The other 2 ladies that don't make it this week can also come back and qualify again. So you might see some faces on here more than once.
That's right. They'll still pick up a case of Coke for their effort anyhow in the first show.
Yeah. And then for the men, you got Steve Lacey, qualified with a 668. Now that's right, 5 strings. 668, that's just fantastic.
Incredible.
And then you got Tim McDonald, will be bowling second at 597. Rolly Lee, who had the big 208 up at the Volodrome here a couple of years ago, he qualified with a 605. He's bowling third. And Rick Martin, who we just seen win the mixed team affair last week, Craig, he qualified with a 641. So we're going to have some real good bowling here. It's head-to-head. They bowl 1 string. And like I say, we don't like to use the word losers, but they can come back and try again next week.
That's right, and they'll get a case of Coke for their effort. And as you'd mentioned, it's a singles match. The whole competition is based on singles, and it'll lead right down as we progress through the rounds. There'll be more prize money going out to the winners, and right down to the final skins game, where each bowler, as we get through this first round, will bowl 2 strings, and when we get into the skins match, they'll receive $20 for each box that is bowled. So will be a very fun series to watch. So, Jackie, I think without anything further, we're ready to begin, are we?
Sure. Let them have some fun.
Get the first couple bowlers up here, and we'll be ready to begin. So I believe starting out, we'll have Norma Hilchey and Georgie Matthews.
Now, this is all head-to-head, and if there is a tie, the ladies that are tied will bowl 2 boxes. If they're tied after the 2 boxes, then they'll bowl 2 more. So
there you go. Okay, ladies are ready to lead off now.
And we have Norma Hilchey. She's no stranger to this program. Fine bowler from down in Chesapeake Way, and her next bowler to her will be Georgie Matthews, who was a top qualifier at 570. 2 good bowlers right here. Good shot here for Norma. Oh, great shot. Left the 7.
Beautiful.
Oh, great out there by Georgie Matthews.
Thought that was going to be a spare, Jack. I'll mention, too, to the, well, as we enter the first rounds, the first bowlers to pick off a strike of this match will receive a case of Coke and Diet Coke. Combination of the both, so keep that in mind there, bowlers coming up in the future. You want to get those strikes in early. Might win yourself a case of Coke.
This is it for the. This will start to heat up as it as we progress with it, Craig. And, every pin counts. They're the only ones that are going to hurt if they have any bad pinning or what have you themselves. So
that's right. This is the first week of the Coca-Cola Skins Candle Pin Challenge. So with that, please drop in to any Beazley Lanes location. You can pick up any information on this match. And please qualify. Anybody who does not make it through tonight, as Jack mentioned earlier, can re-qualify. So you might see some faces back up there again. Gives everybody a fair chance. A fair chance to win a lot of money.
So there's a 17 for Norma Hilchey after 2, and Georgie Matthews 19.
Now, Jack, you were mentioning this format's somewhat fairly new to the Candlepin bowling scene, and with that, they say the skins games was fairly popular with the 5-pin game, was it? And I know you hear about it with many other sports.
Very, very popular, Craig, and it's as popular in Ontario with the duck pin, 5-pin. And it's also a notice on cable network that they're carrying it now on 10-pin. And what they're doing in the 10-pin is mixed. So we'll see how the singles go, and then maybe in the future we'll go to the mixed skins game.
That's
they
right.
have it in golf. They have it. There's a great 9 there by. I got it. Where'd I put her name at now? Sharon.
And 9 for Valerie there. No, I'm sorry, that was an 8 for Valerie, wasn't it? But no, I think you're right, Jack. I think this will certainly stand to be a predecessor for many skins games to come.
That's right. So bear with us out there. It's new for us. We're trying it. We're going to have some flaws in it, but hopefully we'll iron them out before we get into the nitty-gritty.
That's right. Before we get any little quabbles going here between bowlers, they can get a little tense at times. But no, the response has been just excellent so far. The first week, we had almost an equal number of male and female qualifiers. You can tell basically on the men's side, the lowest qualifying average was by Tim McDonald, and he came through with about a 120 average, very close to it, for a 5-string total. And on the ladies' side, the lowest on that side was a 541. So that's very close. That's around a 108 average. And so if that's what it's taking right now to get in the show, 108 average qualifying up to 120 on the men's side. You can see we're going to have a real strong line of bowlers here, and we're certainly drawing them from Halifax, Bedford, Dartmouth. We've got people coming down from Truro as well, qualifying. There's no limits. It's not based on any league averages. Just come on in and qualify. You pay $10. You bowl 6 strings. We take the best 5 out of 6.
Might say also, Craig, you can qualify as often as you want.
That's right. That's right. There's no limit. If you don't make it you get the first 2 or 3 strings going, you start right up again, fresh.
Good spare chance here for Tim McDonald. Craig, he's got the 2-pin with all kinds of wood. That's the way you want to start.
That was an easy one to go.
This is 10 for Steve Lacey and Tim McDonald.
All qualifying is supervised. That's the word. All qualifying is supervised here, so we'll have scorekeepers throughout, so there won't be any fooling around at all by any part of any bowlers, and the bowlers are all honest people. So that'll certainly make sure things go very well. We had a pinfall over for Steve Lacey, so a quick reset and the bowlers will be back up. So qualifying goes on Friday night between 9 p.m. and 12 midnight, Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings.
Okay, Steve Lacey, just seen there, started off with a 10. And Timmy McDonald started off with a spear and got a big 7 on it, Craig. So that's the way you want to start. Ooh, good try there by Steve Lacey. Timmy's got the 2, 6, and 10. What a shot. Wired for sound.
Ah, great. Timmy a little surprised by that one himself, he's saying.
Well, he had lots of wood down there, and I'm sure when he watches on TV, he'll see that he hit the pin in the wood on the inside. Now you're looking at Rolly Lee on LE10 and Rick Martin. This should be, I think the men's matchup is going to be very, very high scoring and very tight. Rolly Lee looks good tonight with the blue and the yellow on, and brand new red balls, red and white balls. Of course, we all know what Rick did last week. Pulled his team through with the big $800 first place.
That's right. That was the 4th time of the last series he was up, so this is about 5 shows in a row for Rick. He's certainly no stranger to anybody here tonight. Tim McDonald as well.
Look at that shot.
Timmy's team, he was bowling for Farrell Hall in the last round. Their team came through and with a 3rd place finish.
Well, that's a good cleanup there by Rolly Lee. Rolly's having a little trouble tonight getting that ball over the foul line there. It's not a lob, Craig. What he's doing is just dropping his right shoulder a little bit and bouncing off the foul line. That's a thumping you hear in the background. There's the bucket shot. Well, let's see what Rick can get on his mark here.
And 6. Good spare potential.
I think Rolly's going to have to make an adjustment. Craig is. Look at that shot.
He was
Well, if you ever want to start the way that Tim McDonald did with 2 marks and Rick Martin, that's great cleanup.
That's right. Rolly there giving the shoulder a little rub. Hopefully that's all it takes there to get it back in the swing again. The last ball was right on for him.
So don't forget, if you want to come down and qualify every weekend, starting at Fridays, and if you're not sure of the rules and regulations, just check with any of the staff here at Pine Street. And we might say that all the qualifying is done here at Pine Street.
And all of it is supervised.
A lot of money at stake. There's a good ball by Norma, good action. Let's see what Georgie Matthews can do with the 1, 2, 7, and 10. Looks good. Ooh. The 10.
Very good clean recovery there, though.
Oh, Norma didn't miss that head pin by much. Georgie's pinning very well, Craig. She's 29 for 3. These women are bowling my kind of game. Taking everything off the plate.
Cleaning up, they are. So that's right, we got $2,000 of prize money at stake. Basically, the way the series is set up, this is the first round. We're taking fresh qualifiers right now. We'll have 32 men and 32 women by the time we get through the first 8 weeks. And 16 men and naturally 16 women will win first series. As they bowl on, they'll each, well, for all those following shows in the second round, we'll have 2 men and 2 women up. Each will bowl 2 strings each. The top male and female bowlers will each receive $25 and progress to the next round. We'll be down to 8 men and 8 women. They'll bowl the same 2 strings each. The top of each division will pick up $50 and advance to round 4. At that point, round 4, we're down to 4 men and 4 women. That's when it gets real close and a little more money involved for each of these bowlers. The top 2 in each division will each pick up $100 and advance on to the final skins game. And then we're down to only 2 men and 2 women. Still bowling 2 strings each, Jackie. And the winner of every box in each division will receive $20. Ties will be carried over to the next frame, hence bowling for $40 for that tied box. So there'll be a total of $400 going out for that final 2 strings in that last game of the series.
Sounds good. There's Sharon, Generon, and that's Valerie Cross. Might say that Norma Hiltzy's 36 for 4, bowling, pinning very well without a mark, and Georgie Matthews is at 39 for 4. Look at that shot. Oh, a great shot there by Sharon. Try by Valerie.
As was clarified with all the bowlers before the start of the show, should we run into the case where we do have a tie at the end of the match, that'll be decided by a 2-box roll-off between the 2 bowlers, and seems like a good, fair way to do it with me, and no problems with the bowlers on that one either.
No, it's a great way to do it. Fight it out in the lanes.
Yeah.
Well, we're still looking for the first strike for the case of Coke, Craig, and also we're looking for the first mark for the ladies.
An interesting point, Jackie. With the scores these ladies qualified with, they had to really work hard in order to get on this first show. Oh, I don't know. The bowlers, they don't tend to wear themselves out. They only tend to generally get better with the more they bowl.
Yeah. Look at that shot. Ooh, I thought she'd come out of that a little better.
Now, why are these ladies? Why, Jack, you figure they don't have any marks up on the board yet?
Well, I think it's a little pressure from the cameras, and of course we're right beside them, and our big mouths are going, and you know, a little more pressure on them, and you know, oh, I think she's going to get one.
Yeah, well, that will leave Valerie Cross with a 36 after 4. Sharon Gendron, she's with 39 right now, just down 1 pin. I've got Timmy McDonald. He's on the left side of your screen leading off.
2 big spears, Greg, starting out.
That's right. Hey, he wants that head kingpin to fall.
She's 7 on Timmy's mark. He's 34 for 2 boxes. Tough spear chance here, but I'd play the 7 pin and hopefully bring the ball back and take out the 10 and 5. He's playing the chip shot. Here's Steve Lacey. What a shot.
Hey. That was a nice spare.
That's why he bowled 668, making those kind of shots.
Yeah, he was the #1 qualifier, 668.
You know, to bowl 668 for me, I'd have to bowl 9 strings.
I think I'd probably be about 12 strings, Jack, personally. My league
I was going to say 15.
I don't know. I've probably had about 3 league nights right now. That's about 9 strings. I still don't think I'm up to a 668 total.
Here's Stevie on his mark. Look out. Good ball. Deserved better. Picked up 7.
Just working out a quick average based on Steve Lacey's 668 qualifying, Jack. That puts him at a 133 average.
Oh, what a shot.
Qualifying.
That's super. That was a great shot there by Tim McDonald. Stevie's got a tough shot here. 697. Oh, he was trying to flick that dibwood over. Not a bad try. The shot is if he hits the 6 pin onto the 9, it should go off the 9 and take the 7. But he comes out with an 8.
Tim McDonald is 53 and open after 4. Nice way to start your game.
It sure is, and then come right behind him is Rick Martin. He's at 26 for 2 and open on a mark, so he could surpass Timmy here.
That's right.
Well, got a bit of a break, a little wide on that ball, but he picked up a 5. Well, good action there by Rolly Lee. He's the 1-3-10. Well, let's see if Rolly can get this one over that foul line there. He's having trouble bouncing it.
Yeah. Another little bounce, like you're mentioning, Jack.
That's right, and there looks like a shaky 9 there for Rick Martin.
It's difficult when you're bowling and you're off a little bit, your wrist or your ball's rolling off a finger a little bit more than it should be. You'll tend to try and compensate for it, and it's very common to overcompensate a little bit.
That's right, and in this kind of competition, you can't go too far without making an adjustment. You got to make it early, Craig, and I'm sure Rolly's going to make an adjustment right here to get this ball up, because Rolly does get his ball out a couple feet. Now he's still bouncing it, but I know Rolly over the years has always been a smooth bowler, and he's just having a little trouble now dropping his right shoulder. Good spear here for Rick Martin. 3-6-10. No problem.
Beautiful.
See, the thing in this competition, too, Craig, you look at Steve Lacey, he's 43. He's 10 down from second place, or 7 down, and Rolly Lee doesn't have a mark yet, so you can't get too far back here. It takes a lot of marks to catch up. Well,
that's right, and we're looking for the top 2 men and the top 2 women to progress.
Okay, I think what we'll do here, the first lady that gets a mark, we'll give her a case of Coke, Craig. What do you think?
I think we should, Jack, and that'll keep our viewers a little more tuned here to what the ladies are doing.
No,
at this point, we're leading into the 5th box for the ladies, 5th and 6th boxes.
Oh, good hit there by Georgie Matthews, and it's not all that bad. That's makeable. Here's Norma. Now what Georgie's got to do here is play the 3 in the corner. Wrong shot. I don't think she was going there. I know Georgie's been bowling for 3 or 4 months. She knew where to play that. Now she's a great bowler. She's pinning excellent. Norma Hiltzy's 44 for 5 without a mark, and Georgie Matthews has 4 10s and 1 9. She's at 49 for 5 boxes. 1 under par without a mark. Fantastic pinning. Well, not bad for both ladies here. This shot that Georgie's got, Craig, is pretty well got to be hit on the outside. Yeah, she's
a little too wide.
Yeah, this is the type of shot she's got here. She can either play the safe 2 or go for them all. Oh, she put it through the hole.
Right through that little hole, a piece of wood in the middle. Hard to believe, Jack. She didn't touch one of them.
Okay, we're still looking for the first mark for the ladies. See what Valerie Cross can do with this. Uh-oh, that one got away from her. Okay, Sharon. Got a nice style. Ooh.
Ooh.
Not a good 7 there for Valerie Cross.
Nice layout. The ball looks good. But she'll take an 8 with that.
So after 6 boxes, we have Norma Hilche at 53 and Georgie Matthews at 56.
And quick correction, that was after 5 boxes. That's okay, Jack. We know what you're talking about.
Tough break there for Valerie.
That'll probably be your only mistake.
There goes a case of Coke. Can you hit? I think you can hit this one, Craig. Let's see what Sharon does with this. The wood is good, and it looks good.
All looks good.
Ah, good. There's a case of Coke there for Sharon.
That's right.
And a good 10 for Valerie.
Maybe a little hello to Kevin Frazier and Don Fahey. We've been working quite closely with those two fellows, especially Kevin Frazier with Coca-Cola putting this match together. So, well, thanks to those two gentlemen for their support within the bowling industry.
Fine sponsors. Great sponsors. Steve Lacey and Timmy McDonald. Timmy's on a mark, picks up 6.
That's right. That'll put him at 59 right now after 5. After 4, I'm sorry.
Look at that shot.
Oh.
Can't believe he left the 7-pin there. That was a great shot there by Steve Lacey. A little wide there by Timmy.
Steven right on. Right on, the 7's gone.
Good clean up by Tim McDonald, puts him at 68 for 5, 18 over par. Another pin fell down. It seems the only time that pin falls is when Stevie's up bowling.
Yeah. Quick reset again there by Steven. We'll be off again.
This is the Coca-Cola Skins game. This is the start of the qualifying. We have 7 weeks remaining after tonight.
That's a good trick Steven has there to knock a pin over before he lets that first ball go. If he can up that to like about 10 pins.
Oh, good hit.
Ooh, beautiful break.
Of course, if you watch Stevie's throw, he doesn't exactly take pity on those pins.
No, I think he's psyching the pins out pretty hard here.
He's a pretty hard thrower. Timmy got a good shot here, 4-7. Oh, bad miss there by Timmy. That's his good side, right-handed bowler, and he's taken some abuse from Sharon McRae for missing those 2 pins.
Now back to Rolly Lee. He'll be leading off. He's on the left side of your screen, bowling against Rick Martin.
Rolly's the only gentleman in the 4 of them that doesn't have a mark, so let's see if Rolly can get her going here. He's pinning very well. He's 38 for 4, so 1 mark puts him right in the ball game. Rick is on a mark.
We're still waiting for that first strike for that case of Coke.
Hey,
Oh,
that's a great
nice.
shot. Rolly has a few fans here. Tough shot for Rick. Ricky Martin are going to play that wood right over the middle, right over the head pin. Oh, I heard him say no. I don't think that's where he was playing it. I think he was trying to bounce off the other wood, Craig.
And a good 10.
Do you notice how much this pinning improves when they're bowling for themselves? Nothing left on the lanes.
No, they're not leaving anything, are they? They're fighting their own battle here. Nobody else on the team is going to carry anybody's weakness. If they want to carry on, they have to be pinning well.
Good hit
Certainly
by
with some of
Rowley.
the scores here, especially on the men's side, doesn't leave very much room for error at all. Low. Look at that.
That's a solid
close.
9. Now, see what Rowley can do with the 6, 7, and 10. Now, he's got 2 pieces of wood there, Craig. The ball could come back off of this. Well, she's not coming hard enough. Great spear by Rick Martin.
A nice 10 there by Rowley.
So in the men division, we have Steve Lacey at 62 for 6, Tim McDonald at 78 for 6, Rowley Lee at 65, and Rick Martin at 77. So we're going to have a pretty good fight coming home there with the men. And the women is very, very close. Georgie Matthews.
Yeah, Jack, looking at the women's side of things, aside from Sharon Spear, we're within like 3 pins from each, from the highest and lowest ladies score right now.
Georgie's got a good shot here, Craig, but she's got to get below the red band. Too high up. Good shot for Norma. But the pinning's been excellent here tonight.
Also coming back to Dartmouth Channel 10 bowling will be the Bowling for Bucks. And we've got Kennard's Heating Oil sponsoring the next round, Bowling for Bucks. And basically, most of our viewers are aware of what this entails. Format hasn't changed at all. Kennard's are picking up the sponsorship, and you can mail in any of your, any interested viewers. Please mail in a little note. You'd like to have a chance to appear on the Bowling for Bucks and win some money. And if we draw your name, we'll have one of the top bowlers after the 8th box bowling. Just try and win you some money. If they throw a strike, you'll receive $25, $15 for a spare, and $1 for every pin below that. And all you have to do is send in a little note to Beazley Bowling Lanes, Bowling for Bucks, and that's to 4 Pine Street Extension, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, B2Y 2W8.
Oh, what a shot.
That's Bowling for Bucks, 4 Pine Street Extension, Dartmouth, B2Y 2W8.
Good 10 for both ladies there, Craig.
Well, it's nice to see the Bowling for Bucks coming back on air, Jack.
It's great. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is nice. I'm always amazed, too, at the response we get by that. The letters that come in, the ballot box is looking fairly healthy right now. We'll get some fresh letters coming in, please. If you've sent letters in the past, send in a fresh ballot. We'll be drawing next show. Carry on, the Kennards, Bowling for Bucks.
Sharon Ginron was on her mark, and she got 5 on it, and she's our leader right now. We're coming into the 7th and 8th frame, so we're good. These ladies are going to have a real battle coming home.
Yeah, Valerie Cross now, she's 53 after 6.
Good spear chance right here.
Ooh,
she just...
She doesn't like to feel that ball leaving her hand.
Just slid by. Oh, what a cleanup by Sharon.
We'll put Sharon right now at 70, so she's right on par after 7. Valerie, she's at 61, down 9.
Well, she's actually, Valerie gets a 10 here. She's only 4 down on Georgie Matthews, who's right now in 2nd place. But I'll tell you, it's going to be hard to pick the 2 ladies until they bowl that 9th and 10th frame, Craig.
Yeah, that's right. Looking at the ladies' side, like you do mention, it's very, very, very close. On the men's side, we've got Tim McDonald. He's leading right now at 78. Following is Rick Martin. He's 77 and open. So you might call him perhaps the #1 position if he can do more than the 1 pin on the spear. I think we can always expect that from Rick. So we got Tim McDonald and Rick Martin leading right now for the men. And on the ladies' side, you've got Georgie Matthews with the 75. Norma Hilchey No, actually, Norma's was a 72, and Sharon's heading that off with a 79. That puts Sharon in second position.
Sharon's in first position at 79, Craig.
Oh,
and,
you're right.
Georgie Matthews at 75, Norma Hilche at 72, and Valerie Cross at 69, so don't go away. 2 boxes remaining.
Not at all.
Now we got Tim McDonald and Steve Lacey.
That's right. Timmy right now is in second place and right behind Rick Martin. Steve Lacey leading this off. He was 62 after 6, and although he was #1 qualifying, he's trailing the whole pack right now as far as the men's division is concerned. Not too far. He's just 3 pins behind Rolly Lee. Both bowlers certainly much more capable of the scores they're showing us here tonight.
8 for Tim McDonald, puts him at 86. And a good 10 for Steve Lacey. Now, what Stevie's got to do here, he's down 14 pins on Timmy, and like you mentioned, Craig, Timmy's in second place. So what Stevie'd like to do here, he's bowling right beside him, is get a mark and finish big coming home. Because I'll tell you this, Rick Martin gets a bunch on his mark and another mark, he's going to pretty well be in first place.
A little piece of wood there, roll up in the gutter. Quick reset there by Tim McDonald. Yeah, well, Stephen certainly must have a lot of juice left there within him. He's been holding off. He's ready to release some hot balls. Timmy didn't get the break that perhaps that ball deserves.
Good hit, bad split. That's not all that bad for Stevie. Got good wood in there, and they're all in the bunch. See if Timmy can flip that over. Oh. Now, this is a must for Stevie. It's an 8 for Tim, puts him at 94. 14 over for 8. And 9 for Steve Lacey, he's at 81, so he's 13 down on Tim McDonald. Rolly Lee can put himself in the driver's seat here. He's only down 9 pins, so if Rolly gets a mark here, there's going to be a good fight for that second place. But Rick could bust it open here for first. And he did. He left a shaky 7 on that mark, Craig. Big 9 on it. This should be fairly routine for Rick. He's got the 7 pin. No problem. That's why he qualified with 641. So Rick's having a good game, Craig. He's 96 for 7 boxes and open on a spare.
Yeah, that is very strong. He's certainly carrying that qualifying average through.
Big fight looks right now between Steve Lacey and Tim McDonald and Rolly Lee. If Rolly gets a mark here, he'll be 10 down on Timmy McDonald, but have a big mark open. Should have been a double strike, and what does he end up with? Another big 9. Well, Rick has 5 marks and 7 boxes, and another one coming up here. I don't think he's going to miss this, Craig.
You're right on that call, Jack.
Thanks, Craig.
I knew you were only going to make one mistake this whole series. You did that earlier. That's it for the series, probably.
There's 2 big pins there for Rolly. He's still only 10 down.
There they go.
Well, Craig, I guess we completed 8 boxes here. Are we going to the scoreboard?
Yeah, I think we should take a quick flash of the scoreboard there.
Okay.
Enough time for it?
Sure. Give the viewers out there, it's like I say, it's our first week of this Coca-Cola skins game, and right now we'll switch over to the scoreboard and we'll look at the females. They're the ones that are bowling on the top. Norma Hilche, she's pinning very, very well. She's at 72, Craig, and she hasn't had that many spare chances down there, but pinning well. And I mean, that's what I like to see in this candle pin game, is it all boils down to pinning. And if you look at Norma Hilche, she's got 2 8s and the rest are 9s and 10s, so I'll go for Norma to get a mark coming home. She's at 72. Georgie Matthews is also pinning excellent. She has 6 10s 10s. I'm sorry, 5 10s and 8 boxes, 2 9s and a 7. She's at 75, 5 under par. And I might say that Georgie Matthews is in second place. And here again, Norma Hilty's only three pins behind Georgie. You look at Valerie Cross, who's just can't seem to get it going. She's probably had the best spear opportunities down there. She's at 69, 11 under par, but remember, only 6 out of second, 10 out of first. So Valerie's hanging in there. Like I say, 69, and Valerie qualified with a 555, which is around about 110 average or what have you. So we know that Valerie's got the capability to bring this home. So she's only, like I say, 6 down out of second. Sharon Genron, I hope I pronounced that right, Craig. She qualified with a 541. She has the only mark of the females. She's at 79, 1 under par for 8 boxes, and Sharon is, like we mentioned, has got a case of Coke. We're going to give her after the show's over. She's riding pretty high right now, but she has 3. The other ladies are chasing her. She's only leading by 4 pins over Georgie Matthews, 7 pins over Norma Hilty, and 10 pins over Valerie Cross. So one thing about it, Sharon's coming up last, so she'll know what she needs. Then you look at the men. Steve Lacey, who qualified with a 668, only has 1 mark in 8 boxes. That's very unusual for him. He's had some good chances down there, but he's inconsistent on that front pin, Craig. He's at 81. So look out for Steve Lacey. He's 13 pins down from Tim McDonald, who right now is in second place. Then you look at Timmy McDonald. He qualified with a 597. He has 3 spares. He's at 94, 14 over par, but he's got 2 fellows chasing him right on his hind legs there, and so Timmy's going to have to get a marker. Hopefully the other boys don't get a mark coming home. He's right now in second place. Rolly Lee qualified with a 605. He has 1 mark. Pinning excellent. He's at 84. Here again, 10 down from Timmy. And if Rolly can get that ball over that foul line, he's having a lot of trouble bouncing it off there tonight, Craig. But if he can just get a mark here, he can end up in second. And like I say, he's only 10 down. Then you look at the bowler of the show, Rick Martin, who's at 6'4", qualified with a 641. He has 6 marks in 8 boxes. He's bowling at a clip right now of about 145, 140 or 50. He's at 115 with a bonus ball working for him. So we're going to declare Rick Martin our male champ here, because I think the other boys are just going to fight it out for second.
Yeah, I think Rick will definitely be appearing back here now. So as we, Jack, you just recapped the ladies' divisions. We got Sharon Gendron, she's in first place. We got Georgie Matthews, she's in second. Men's division, we've got Rick Martin, very, very strong game. Just like you say, yeah, probably 140, 45 finish, something I can't quite accustom myself to. I'd like to. And Tim McDonald, he's 94 right now after race. He's up 14 pins. So these fellows certainly setting a good pace for the men's tonight.
Well, one thing about it, Craig, is Tim McDonald's got to bowl first for the men. Him and Steve Lacey will be up there. Rolly Lee will know what he needs when he comes up to bowl. So if Timmy gets a mark, it's going to force Rolly into 2 marks. But anything can happen in this Candlepin game, as we know. Double strikes are easy.
Anything. 2 boxes. That's amazing. There's 60 points potential from 2 boxes. If you're looking at the triple strikes, these bowlers, from the qualifying we've seen, the caliber we have here tonight, it's nothing to see these bowlers throw a double strike. And double strike with a few pins on that 3rd ball will certainly bring that game up in a hurry. So 10, 12, 14-point difference doesn't add up very, very, very well at all.
Well, Norma started off punching out to 3 in the 9, and she's got to work on this, because, good out by Norma. Good spare chance here for Georgie Matthews. Oh, little fine, left the 5-pin. Good hit. There's a good 9 for Norma. She's going to need a mark, Craig, or she's going to have to come back and re-qualify.
Yeah, Norma right now, let's consider 81 after 9. So that puts her, Jack, she's averaging 9 pins a box. She's without a strike, so she's pinning excellent, just extremely well. A couple marks, a little better breaking ball there. She hasn't been breaking as well as she should be. And with the way their 2nd and 3rd balls are going, she definitely would have a very strong game. So Norma, if you don't make it tonight, I hope you requalify, because we certainly deserve to see better bowling out of you.
Great pinning there by Georgie Matthews, too. Craig, there's a good ball. Oh, that's not what she wanted. She's at 85 for 9 without a mark. Yeah, and that looks like her first good spear chance.
Yeah, that's right. Even a little stronger pinning there by Georgie. She's 4 pins up on Norma. Right now, both these ladies still in very strong contention right now. There's certainly no 2 leaders
on
the ladies' side.
Georgie said boo up there when she missed that shot, but there's an 89 for Norma. I know she's much better than that. Oh, there's an 8 box for Georgie Matthews, a fine fine game for the ladies. Norma Hilche had 89 without a mark, and Georgie Matthews 93 without a mark. But what happened here now, Craig, is that we know Sharon Generon is probably going to finish first. But Valerie Cross needs 1 mark with 5 on it and 10 to nip out Georgie Matthews for second place. So if she gets a mark, she could finish first. And that's a good hit. Oh, tough break. 6-7. All Sharon's got to do is get a couple of 8s. She's home free.
And should mention also to any Beazley League bowlers, before we finish the show off, in the next week or two, we will begin the draws for the Florida trip giveaways. To any bowlers who have had 2 weeks perfect attendance prior to a draw, all names from leagues, and please speak to your league presidents, all your names will be going into a box. We'll be drawing on the show a bowler, and that person and one of their closest friends will receive a trip to Florida. Airfare, accommodations, and car rental included.
Sounds good.
So please stay tuned to that. That'll be within 1 or 2 weeks. We'll be ready to roll with those.
Well, getting down to our last box here for Valerie Cross. She needs a mark with 6 on it to nip out Georgie Matthews, who's in second place. We know Norma Hilche didn't make it with 89, but Norma's going to come back. Right now, Sharon Genyon needs 5. Valerie needs a spare chance, and I'll tell you, she had 2 good kingpin hits, or headpin hits, I should say, and not a break to show for it. Here's a good break for Sharon.
Yeah, that's right. Valerie needs to spare this up, like you say, and pick up a 5, just a tie right now with Georgie Matthews for second place. So she's a very crucial spare shot here. Oh, and that was very close, Jackie.
Great try there by Valerie. Oh. Well, I think Sharon relaxed on that one. She knows she was home free.
Well, Valerie, we hope to see you back on here again. Please do come in and requalify. Valerie qualifying, she was in second place for the ladies of the first week. She had a 5.55, so that's a clean 111 average. Tonight, Valerie, an 88. What happened? Come on.
She'll, TV is a little different.
Yeah, I know. Like, she's probably sitting home saying, "No, why don't you get up and try it?" I can imagine, but...
Oh, no, we want to keep the show going, Craig. All right, here's 2 competitors right here. Timmy's got to get a mark. I think Timmy's going to need a mark. He's only in second place by 10 pins. And the way that wood is situated there for Timmy, oh, it doesn't look all that bad. He's got the goal post, what we call the 7 and 10. He's got 2 shots here, either right on the 7 or try the side of the wood. A little too high.
He's got a piece of wood rolling back, but it's going to fall off the plate.
Give it a nudge. 9s for Steve Lacey.
Puts him at 90 right now after 9.
Oh, that was a big pin there for Tim McDonald. He knew it. Right now, every penny drops is in favor of Rolly Lee. And of course, we shouldn't write Steve Lacey off here either.
Well, that's right. These fellows are in first and second position, so that leaves you in the, or these fellows in the bad position of having to watch the 2 final follow-up ballers and just hoping that they don't outdo your score. So, like, every pin counts more than ever right now.
Okay, I think Steve Lacey, it'd be safe to say, is going to have to come back and qualify. And, oh, great cleanup. Yeah, he'll no doubt be back, that's for sure. That's not a good string there for Steve Lacey. Oh, 3 pins. Timmy's dropped. He finished up with 111, so here's the situation. Steve Lacey, who finished with 100, he's out. Tim McDonald is right now holding on second place with 111. But Rolly Lee is 4 over, so Rolly needs a mark with 8 on it and 10 to finish second. Rick Martin, he's 115 for 8 and more to come. So Rolly needs a mark, and he's got a great chance. 2-4. Oh, Rick picks up 3.
Rick right now at 118 after 8 boxes. Jackie, he's up 38 pins.
That's right. And Rolly Lee just had a great opportunity there with the 2 and 4. Hit the 2, a little too fine, left the 4. So this is a big pin for Rolly. He's got it. Rick Martin is at 126 with a box remaining. Rolly Lee needs a mark with 7 on it to tie Timmy for second. We'll have a roll-off. Or a mark with 8 and he wins. Mark with 6, he loses.
Well, that's it. One of the great things about this can opening game, Jackie, I find, is just that these bowlers, 2 or 3 boxes is all it takes. 2 or 3 strong boxes, good marks, good pinning. And then it'll throw themselves in the lead so quickly. Rick, after 8 boxes, was a 118. As it looks right now, that would put him in #1 position, even without bowling the last 2 boxes.
That's right.
So just shows you, too, how easy it is for game bowlers game to be off. Steve Lacey at 100, qualified with a 133 average. Tim McDonald at 111, very good game. Certainly deserves a second place finish with that 111. And Rick Martin, hot bowling. Right now, he's going to finish up with a 136. Great bowling. Rolly Lee with a 103. So we hope to see Stephen Lacey and Rolly back. Get them back up on the show would be nice. A few handshakes there with team members. That's pretty well going to finish things up.
Anyway, Craig, we're on the scoreboard right now, and I mean, this is our first night of the Coca-Cola Skins game, and got a great shot of the scoreboard there, and we'll just run these scores down for you. Norma Hilchey bowled well, 89 without a mark. Unfortunately, she didn't make it tonight, so we was just having a little laugh here. But like I say, Norma will be back to qualify.
Yes.
She had a fine game. Like I say, not a mark, 89.
We should mention we're not laughing at you, Norma. We just had a little cue from George, our producer here, and he's telling us we have 16 minutes to fill in here.
Well, we're not going to use all 16.
I think we'll cut this a little short.
That's right. But Georgie Matthews, who also didn't have a mark, but pinned very, very well at 93. She finished second, and Georgie had a great opportunity there in the 10th frame. She had the 2 and 4, but missed it. But I'm sure Georgie will take 93, and that'll put her in the top 16 women when we get through these first 7 weeks. Valerie Cross just couldn't get it going. Had some good spare chances down there, and I feel sorry for her. The last 2 boxes, Craig, she hit the head pin beautifully, and I mean, one of her breaks was the 6 and 7, and the other break she had, I believe, the 5, 9, and 10, and just on 5, 8, and 10, I should say. And they're very, very tough spares, and Valerie came on strong. She's got a little slow start, but she didn't make it tonight, so look out for, no doubt, Valerie Cross will be back to qualify again. And your leading woman tonight, I should say, Sharon Genron. She finished first with only 1 spare in 40 boxes for the women, and Sharon had it, and she had 5 on it, and it was good enough to put her at 98, so she's the top female bowler here tonight. She nipped out Georgie Matthews by 5, but I'm sorry, Georgie says, well, you can beat me by 100 as long as I make second. And that's the name of the game, finish 1 and 2.
That's right.
And so you got to look at the women, a little slow start tonight, but like I say, Craig, this is our first week, and hopefully things will pick up. Then you look at the men. Steve Lacey qualified with 668, Tim McDonald 597, and Rolly Lee at 605, and Rick Martin at 641. Steve Lacey had 1 spear with 7 on it, finished with 100. And knowing the type of ball that Steve Lacey throws, he's a very hard thrower, Craig. His best pocket is the 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and he wasn't just there tonight. He just couldn't get in that 1 and 2, 1 and 3 pocket. He missed that front pin quite a bit, and I know we'll see Stevie back. He finished with 100. Tim McDonald, who finished second tonight, started out the way you should start. Get the jump on the guys. He had 3 marks in 4 boxes. Fine game of 111, but he didn't bring it home very well. He missed a couple of good spare chances that I had seen down there, the 4 and 8, 4 and 7, I'm sorry, in particular. But anytime Timmy misses those and finishes up second, he'll take it. Rolly Lee, 1 mark with 7 on it, and a fine game, 103, so he only dropped 4 pins. But as we mentioned earlier on in the show, Rolly had trouble getting his ball over that foul line, Craig, and you could hear that thumping in the background, and that's not the way Rolly bowls. Rolly's a very smooth bowler.
That's just a sign. It's showing what he can bowl. You mentioned earlier at the Bowling, he threw a 202 game, Jack.
That's right. I believe it was 208. Yeah, 208. And he's a very smooth bowler, and he's got a lot of stuff on his ball, and I know we'll see Rolly back here qualifying 605, and a very good bowler, and he's been in the game a few years. And, of course, what can we say about Rick Martin? I think Rick had 6 marks for a fine game of 136. He finishes first, so Tim McDonald and Rick Martin will definitely go on our master board here, which we will pick up 16 men and 16 women. And then if you look at the women, your winners tonight were Sharon Genron and Georgie Matthews. Sharon finished first and Georgie finished second, so a fine debut for the Coca-Cola Skins game.
That's right, that's right. So that'll pretty well wrap up the scoreboard, and Looking at this right now, yeah, that was a good first show, Jack. Things went fairly well. We're going to be leading off into week 2, obviously next week, and we'll be looking for qualifiers. We don't have any in here yet. Qualifying begins this next weekend coming up, and as we mentioned, every Friday night between 9 o'clock you can start bowling, 9 in the evening. Saturday morning between 9 a.m. and 12, and Sunday between 9 a.m. and 2 a.m. I'm sorry, that's 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. You can come in and qualify on Sundays, and each division is worth $1,000. So you come through with tonight, for instance, Rick Martin with 136. He can keep that up. That's worth $1,000 too. That's a nice little extra cash take home, Jack.
Oh, beautiful. And I think that the bowling, there was a few tournaments on last week. A lot of people have been out of town. I know the Maritime Main was on, and Tony Tookie with the, I believe it was Custom Sheen and Tool, won it for the province of Nova Scotia. It's quite a tournament between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. It brings together all the best male bowlers, and so they were fortunate. New Brunswick has headed over our bowling for the last probably 30 years, but it's nice to see Nova Scotia and Tony's Custom Machine and Tool come through. So hopefully we'll see some of the bigger bowlers. Not saying that these fellows here tonight are not top-notch bowlers, because in my books they're all A bowlers. Anytime you get Steve Lacey qualifying with a 668, 597, a 605, and a 641, I mean, that's fantastic bowling. And I mean, this game looks a lot easier than it actually is. It's about the only sport I can really honestly tell you that there ain't going to be a perfect game.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got a perfect ball game, you got a perfect golf score, or a hole-in-one, or what have you. But I think candlepin bowling is going to be around for a long time, and I hope this Coca-Cola Skins Games really opens it up, and I think it will. I think we're on the right road.
I think so, and I definitely think we'll see a few more shows to follow from this. So please do come in and qualify. Those bowlers who didn't make it tonight will have a case of Coke as a consolation prize for your good showing tonight anyhow. You're welcome to come back and qualify again over and over. If you don't make it tonight, no, who knows, you might be on 5 or 6 times in the first round. But as it stands, that's right, we got Rick Martin first place tonight, Tim McDonald. They'll both advance on to the second round. 7 more weeks of the first round to go. And the ladies' side, we've got Sharon Gendron and Georgie Matthews both leading through. Both those ladies, that was a good week to bowl, I'll tell you, because we didn't have a score over 100 on the ladies' side. None of them bowling to their capabilities. It's just rare that you would see that.
Well, I think it's going to happen normally when we get into this qualification, or what's the word? Qualifying. Craig, that the first couple of weeks is the time to get in, because I'll tell you, when we get to that 8th week, we're probably going to end up with probably about 80 or 90 qualifiers, and you're going to say, well, I'm going to let it go to the last week, and then you're going to come down, and you're not going to make it. So if you're going to qualify, come in early. There's, like I say, I think last week there was 40 or 50 qualified, and the scores are not all that bad. So come on down, come down early. Don't let it go to the last week, because you could end up with a good score and not make it.
Well, that's right. As any match we've seen in the past, the later we get on the qualifying, as a rule, the number of qualifiers will pick up, and hence making it more difficult for you to get on. So don't leave it too late. To get on now, these people have a chance to get back on again. So come on down. It doesn't take too much. One good day and a bit of good luck with you in your back pocket, and that's all it takes to get you in here. These bowlers had some real good luck going with them in qualifying. The lanes are hot. The pins are rolling. It's just excellent to see. The nice scores come out of Pine Street, and with that, I think that's going to wrap things up, Jack. All we can say is just come on back next week, and we'll see what happens then.
Sure.
So that'll do it. I'm Craig Peters.
Jack James.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
See you next week. Bye now.